Hello, everybody. FPL Useless here, and don't worry, I'm absolutely living up to the name at the moment with my current team, doing very badly in game week 5. I don't think many people did well, to be honest. If you had Newcastle defenders and played them, then you probably did all right. A lot of people had Chilwell, who annoyingly came on for that 10 minutes and then got a yellow card, 0 pointer. So, and had Newcastle players on the bench, which would have been frustrating if you had a Newcastle defender. If you had Chelsea defenders and played them, you probably did okay as well. But apart from that, all the main guys did not do what people were expecting, and I particularly feel sorry for people who captained a Spurs midfielder. If you captained Salah, you were laughing because he did well, very well. I did think Salah was a strong captain this week or last week, um, but the Spurs ones were worrying me. Son and Madison, I did think were going to punish me. I didn't have either, but they didn't do anything, and the you know Madison could have easily had a penalty. I don't know how that wasn't a penalty. Maybe I'm missing something that looked like a stonewall penalty to me, and then Son probably scores. So you have a Madison assist and a Son goal, and then your game week suddenly looks a bit better. But let's have a look at my team. Yeah, so as I say, bad game week for me. I think a lot of people had similar ones. Uh, if you did well, let me know what your score was and how. Did you have any of those players I mentioned, Chelsea, Newcastle defenders, or did you take some other punt that I haven't seen? Um, but 36 points, red arrow. I think I'm down to nearly 3 millionth. Not doing well, living up to my name, but we keep going, and, and I'm enjoying it anyway. So Edison, he did he did what you expect Edison to do, which was, let in a goal, not get any save points, 2 points. I was never going to play Turner because I don't like rotating the goalkeepers, and so I, unlike everybody else, was rather pleased when Turner got the same number of points as Edison too. But you know, Pickford smashed it this week, got a save point, and he got 3 points. So overall, I mean, at least I'm not a Pickford owner, and sorry, Pickford owners. Edison has outscored your man by 11 points so far this season, but I mean, you probably rotated Pickford with Turner or someone, so you've probably got more points than that. It's probably not that different. Akanji, obviously a 2 pointer. Chilwell, what happened there? I mean, that was just ridiculous. Got this player who, all the other weeks, he's been avoiding points, doesn't shoot against Luton on an open goal, and then is benched for 80 minutes, comes on and gets a yellow card. So he got 0 points. And I imagine anyone who had a Newcastle defender there on the bench will be absolutely fuming because they don't get. I mean, if you got Botman would have scored 9 points. Trippier 8 points. I think Shah would have been 6 points. I think. So yeah, Pau Torres 2 points. So defense and the goalkeeper were awful. I mean, if you look at my bench, there was nothing any happening on there anyway. Estepinian didn't play because he was fatigued coming back from the international break, so he didn't play at all. And my other ones are not even worth mentioning. Sterling didn't only scored 2 points, but I mean, this is the thing about Game Week 5. It was a bit of a strange one because some of these players could have scored points. Sterling hit the post with a brilliant free kick, bounced on the line, looked like it crossed the line. The whole ball didn't go all the way over, so it wasn't a goal. And another day that a couple of millimeters more, and that's a goal. I don't think he's necessarily a bad pick at the moment, but nothing happening for Chelsea at the moment. Saka managed to get an assist, I believe that was, yeah. Um, can't remember who scored. Who was it who scored the goal for Arsenal? There you are. This is how well prepared I am. Rashford didn't do anything, but the same thing, you see, because he could have. There was a disallowed goal for Hoyland, and that was a millimetre over the line. How tiny! You zoom right in, you can see the ball was over the line for his assist. He would have got the assist. He also hit like the corner of the goal, the crossbar post part. So on another day, could have got a lot more points. And I've seen a lot of wildcard teams where people are knee-jerking doing wildcards. I mean, people looked at my team and said, yeah, you definitely need a wildcard. And I'm not doing that great, but I don't see it. I don't see... I mean, yeah, I could bring my wildcard forward. I'm thinking about wildcard week 8. Pretty drastic ideas there, which could be absolutely crazy, obviously. Because I'm half thinking about not even having Haaland in my wild card. So I mean, I might as well give up now. But seriously, that's what I'm thinking about. Um, but if I didn't, I could bring it forward, not do that, and look to get Salah. But at the moment, I mean, our team's not that bad. It should be scoring more points than this, and we'll see what happens next week. Bowen didn't do anything. Visser got a yellow card, so he only got 1 point. Watkins, brilliant assist. Well, it wasn't really an assist, it was a penalty assist, so he got kicked over. He's not taking penalties anymore, which might be a good thing, how badly he takes them. And Haaland, well, I mean, I tell you what, non-Haaland captainers got away with one because he absolutely could have had a hat-trick, another hat-trick. That one, Bernardo Silva sort of knocked it over, and he could have easily kicked that in the goal. And I think he was kind to Bernardo and just let it trickle in. There were a couple more that it were really, normally you'd expect him to score. I really think he could have had at least a brace, maybe, and quite easily a hat trick, especially the way he's been playing. So, it is what it is. 36 points, and move on. See what we can do next week. Oh, should have mentioned that the screenshot I used for the team on the previous page was livefpl.net. Great website, shows you your live score, and shows you like the risks to your rank and things like that. It's a really great website. Check it out if you haven't used that, and it's free as well. This one that I've got here is from Fantasy Football Manager, an app that is also free. You can download that as well, and I just like the visuals for that, so I use them. And so if I don't change anything, well, I have 2 free transfers, so I'm going to change something, and I've got 2.1 million in the bank. So Edison against Nottingham Forest, fine with that. Hopefully he'll get a clean sheet. They're at home, they might do. I mean, Awonyu's playing well though, so maybe he'll score. Akanji, happy to play him again. Good, Man City are the best defence in the league, hoping for clean sheet. Estepinian against Bournemouth, hopefully attacking returns and possibly a clean sheet. Although I don't think Brighton have had a clean sheet yet. But Chilwell is a tricky one. What to do with Chilwell? So I mean, I'm tempted to hold on to him and see what happens. But we'll talk about that in a sec. I mean, Akanji could also move on, and as I say, I'll talk about that in a minute on when I talk about my transfer plans. Sterling, don't think there's a big hurry to move him across. Aston Villa at home isn't the best fixture though, so but he does seem to be involved and he is a threat there. He can be explosive. He can score goals. He can assist. And he seems, I don't think they've really got anyone else that can play. Well, they have. They've got players. They can move people around and things. But I think Sterling's likely to be involved. Whether or not it's Mudryk, Chilwell, or Palmer as the other winger, I think it will likely still be Sterling as one of them because I just think that's what's going to happen. Saka against Tottenham, so he's at home, home fixture. So see what happens there. No hurry to get rid of Saka. He's a great player, and he's on penalties as long as he doesn't decide to give any away anymore. Rashford. Now, to me, he looked like absolutely the most likely to score in that Brighton game. I didn't see the whole game, and I'm not able to watch all of the games, but from the highlights, I know the highlights can be deceiving, but that's what it looked like. Unlucky not to score and at least assist. Hoyland to me looks a handful. I think he will improve Manchester United. It might take a little while to bed him in, and I think he will improve both Rashford and Fernandes because it gives them someone decent to pass to, hopefully, and maybe Burnley away should be a good fixture. The way Man United are playing at the moment, you wonder. Bowen, Liverpool away. I said a few weeks ago that I didn't think this was a bad fixture for Bowen because Liverpool defensively don't look solid, but they do look like they're playing well. So if they dominate the ball and things, maybe it'll be difficult for Bowen to get anything. But West Ham are quite good on the counter, and maybe you can get something. Vissa, Everton at home. That's a good fixture for Brentford. Hopefully he will score a goal or something. And Watkins, Chelsea away. Watkins been kind of involved with he's not as involved as he was in the previous season, and he's before everything was going for, if Villa scored a goal, you knew he was going to be involved, and he'd probably be the one scoring it. Now it looks more like Diaby is the one that's the one to have. So, but Watkins isn't a big. I don't really need to move him on at the moment because who do you move? Well, one player I could move him to. I'll talk about in a second. Haaland, captain against Nottingham Forest. I think he's likely to be the captain because I don't really see any benefit going anywhere else this week. I did last week. And if I had Salah or Son, I probably would have gone with one of those as captain. And so lucky I didn't have Son really. So let's have a look at some transfer ideas. Yeah, so 2 free transfers, 2.1 million in the bank. So let's have a look at some things I could do. I could actually wildcard a slight chance of that. I don't think that my team needs it. Do you think it does? Let me know what you think I should do, because it's always nice to have something to ignore. Because it's my team, I'll do what I want. So first one, and this is going to happen. I don't see anywhere where this will not happen. One of these, and it could even be Estepinian as well. So Pau Torres, Akanji, or Chilwell to Trippier, or a Newcastle defender. So if we get news Trippier's injured or something, then or if there's reason to believe he's going to be rotated a lot, then maybe not Trippier. But I do think Trippier is the best Newcastle defender to own, hands down. I think he's worth that extra 1 million. I mean, it depends what it does to the rest of your team, and if that stops you from getting Salah in down the line, maybe you don't go there. Maybe you go somewhere else. But I think he's a goal threat from free kicks. He's a small goal threat. He takes all of most of the set pieces, corners, free kicks, and he can be very attacking. He seems to accumulate bonus points when they get a clean sheet, and Newcastle coming into some good fixtures where you would hope they get a lot of clean sheets soon. So I think the obvious move is maybe Chilwell to Trippier if we think that Trippier is not. So we really need to know what is happening with Chilwell. Chilwell's maybe the obvious one to transfer out if we think he's not going to play anymore. I don't know. He's too good a player to me. I think he's a really good defender and a really good attacking defender at that. And if he plays left wing, then he's a no-brainer to have in the team. He hasn't scored many points yet, but if he's going to play in that position, I still want him. Um, wild card is probably going to be week 8 for me, or week 9 or 10 or something. If I don't bring it forward, so on the other hand, I'm not really gonna. I'll probably play him on game week 7, and that's it. So I could keep him, and I could even move Estupinian as well instead, but probably not because he's got Bournemouth this week, so that's a good fixture. So it's one of those to Trippier is going to happen. Now the next thing is if I would like to bring in Alvarez, then I have to get rid of Akanji or Edison. And Edison, it's not really viable. So that would mean I'd have to do Akanji to Newcastle defender. Trippier, I can afford as long as there's no movements on price. So I just need to keep an eye on that. I think I should still. In fact, no, I've got enough money. I've got plenty. The only one I'd have to worry about is if I was going to do Pau Torres to Trippier, then I'd have to make sure that there's no movement on Pau or Trippier, because then I would not be able to afford it if there's more than a 0.2 million swing. So yeah, Alvarez looks like the Man City player to have apart from Haaland at the moment. So I just need to work out whether or not I just stick with Akanji and hope for a clean sheet, or I try and be a bit more daring, get Alvarez in. I think that's the more exciting move. So that would be Akanji to Trips, and then probably Watkins to Alvarez. Yeah, it'd have to be Watkins. Would it? I could probably afford Wissa, but Wissa's got a better fixture this week. I would say, and likely to then bring. I'm likely to have if a wildcard week 8. I'm likely to have Watkins. Then the other ones I could go with is Watkins or Visser to Morris. What's Morris's fixture this week? Is he playing Fulham? Do 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 do. Yep, let me just check that. So because with a view for Morris's double game week 7, not going to captain him. I'm not that stupid. Or maybe I should captain him actually if I got him in. I think I'm likely to have him in this week or next week. So it's just down to when I bring him in. Luton play Wolves at home, so it's an okay fixture as well. So could do that. That would be instead of Alvarez, and someone I could do like a Bowen or a Sterling to Anthony Gordon from Newcastle. I'm thinking maybe I'll do that the following week. I'm trying to think of, because what I'm trying to do is maybe dead end my team into game week 8. So I'm not too worried if some of these players don't have really great fixtures going forward. So that means it's okay to bring in Alvarez. And Alvarez, anyway, for the price that he is, you wouldn't mind keeping him and playing him through that period anyway, because he's cheap enough. And doing that actually means that it's more affordable to have both Salah and Haaland for a wild card or for in the team. So let me know what you think, what your thoughts are, what you're going to be doing, and I'll see you maybe next time. Bye!